Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra June 20th, 2022. Relationships are a little spicier today, and you might thoroughly enjoy activities with others. Or, you could be gathering confidence from a friend to take action on a matter. Teaching and learning may be in focus and likely come naturally. It's a generally good time to embrace the idea of growing and improving, which helps you move ahead. You might connect with the right person or with your own intuition, helping you resolve long-standing problems. There's a heavier connection with your non-material goals right now, and you might seek ways to decompress and relax. A breath of fresh air today means everything for your emotional well-being. You may encounter that special someone today at a particularly high-powered virtual meeting that may concern finance or perhaps a company takeover. The current celestial aspect indicates that even though issues may be intense, your meeting will be very harmonious. You may well need to agree to have a relaxing conversation of your own later over some dinner and a glass of good wine. This could be the start of many fabulous evenings to come. Seek new horizons. Now that the moon is in zany Aquarius, you may feel like it is time to honor your desire for a unique professional journey. Use this lunar energy to guide you towards unconventional opportunities to learn, travel, and explore. By accepting your desire to experience unusual professional opportunities, you may find that this adds a fun flair to your career path. You might become more interested in a subset of your profession or working with atypical yet talented individuals. As long as you have an open mind, you can experience wonderfully weird outlets in your profession. People have probably told you that once you have an idea in your head, nothing can change your mind, unless someone absolutely makes you. And you have a tendency to fix things so you are not in a position to have to answer to anyone. But, today, the heavy weight of your obligations to others are getting you down, and perhaps getting you a little angry. It might be the right time to tell everyone just how much your independence is important to you. Maintain contacts and strengthen your social ties, especially with close friends and family. Don't keep putting them off, because they really need to be near you now. It should be easy for you since you are completely at ease with yourself and won't be stressed by their company. Obviously, when others are in a positive mood, you will be too. Your thinking is moving a lot faster than anyone else's today, so get your people to see what's really going on. Make sure to try to take your time or they might try to have you committed. Making an effort to get out and socialize is enough to make others aware of your qualities, and there is every chance you'll discover a new love interest. You're sure to meet new people and create connections that give others an opportunity to get to know and appreciate your delightfully seductive ways. You might need to be more aware of your limits today. Although you could be filled with some wonderful positive energy, this doesn't mean you can accomplish 1,000 tasks at once. Try to spend the day engaged in useful pursuits. Set smaller goals for yourself, like tidying up the house or doing some vigorous exercise. You won't be able to change the world, but you're gathering your strength for a bigger challenge up ahead. Welcome to the wonderful essence of a day. With this vibration in the air, it won't be surprising to find that you have a need to wrap up current projects. This essence brings to many a desire for closure and completion in both their personal and professional lives. Rather than procrastinating with the things that need to get done, use this day to your advantage. Make a list of things you want to see wrapped up and go for it, one item at a time. Be sure to stay focused. While you have reached the last weekend of your birthday month and the Sun is just 2 days away from leaving Gemini, Mercury is just in his first weekend back here and Venus is still 4 days away. While your birthday month is coming to a close, the exploration of your options is only just getting started and your heart has yet to have its say. This makes the final days of your birthday month less about tying up loose ends and more about embracing the journey, with blind faith if need be. At the same time that the Sun, in his last weekend in Gemini, is looking to the future, in her last weekend in a nostalgic part of your chart, Venus, the planet of love, is still looking to the past. Yet as a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane draws to a close, and with Venus returning to Gemini next week, a sense of romantic nostalgia and anticipation are growing in equal measure. Our eyes in the sky. The airy Aquarius moon is your offbeat emotional guide for the day, urging you to forget about what other people think about you and just be your true, authentic self. This is easier said than done, but you really should have an easier go of it with this authentic, unique, and yes, tad bit rebellious lunar energy backing you up. Some great things to do now are making new friendships with interesting people you wouldn't normally include in your friend group and breaking free from stale, old life routines that no longer meet your needs. Later in the day, a Moon-Mars sextile helps you attract playmates, possibly, but not necessarily, in the sexual sense, who match your strong independent spirit and desire to experiment and think outside the box. You can form a strong partnership with this person, but having fun in the moment doesn't mean it will last forever. The desire for intimacy is strong, but satisfaction isn't always guaranteed. Don't worry about relationships ending or falling apart. As long as you make the effort to get along with others, you can easily remedy any tense situations. Mercury is still in its retrograde shadow, which means that you'll have time to make amends and clear up any misunderstandings. Knowing this removes the pressure that you could be feeling. If you're aware of how to act, then you can certainly temper yourself to act in a more appropriate manner in your relationships. Before noon, the Aquarius moon trines the Gemini sun. Under this easygoing aspect, we attract the proper alliances, moving through the day feeling calm and confident. Stressors roll off our backs, and conflict fails to provoke us. We also remain relaxed and open-minded in our engagements. With both luminaries currently in social air signs, we are particularly oriented to sharing what is on our minds. However, we are not especially self-centered, which makes us receptive to different points of view. Following this aspect's perfection, the moon begins its void of course, lasting until the late afternoon. At this time, we should avoid starting new projects, thinking of ourselves in the information gathering stage instead. Mid-afternoon, Venus in Taurus squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, provoking relational tension. This transit can create difficulties in our intimate affairs, but it can also be a productive influence if used correctly. Primarily, this square enlightens us about the fact that something is not working as smoothly as it could be within our unions. Latent factors are prompting feelings of distance, detachment, or irritation within our partnerships. This is normal. When people with individual baggage seek to align their needs, some adjustment is required. Especially once we get past the honeymoon phase, we can neglect to put in the work to meet someone where they are. Instead, we wind up meeting them where they were, even though we are in the present. Try to have patience with loved ones now. Putting in some extra effort could be all that is required to get back on track.